Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Third Party Podcast, where your third party opinions for just about everything. Because at this point, we don't just talk about film and animation; we talk about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Josh, and we're here. Oh fuck, we're here today with obviously the same dude, Alex. We're here with Alex. You know who he is. He's here all the time. He doesn't want to be here. He is sick.
I'm sick. No, I want to be here, but you know.
No, I mean I'm joking, but he is sick, so I feel bad for him.
I don't want to be here.
I'm holding him hostage all the way across the country right now.
Yeah, he has his own like goons, you know. I'm too like.
Yeah.
Speak. Just, let's talk.
There's a guy behind the camera. You just don't see him. So
Blink if you're in danger.
Blink if you're in danger. Yeah, so I did have a topic because just before recording we were talking about siblings, and I was like kind of curious. This might be like a small topic, but what what was I gonna say? It was like, would you want your siblings to be into the thing that you do? Like, do you want your siblings to learn / would you teach them?
I don't know if I would want. See, like I think it would be cool if that was the case, and it also becomes like more relatable. But I'm not sure. Like I don't think I would mind. Like I don't think it'll be like annoying or something, or be something that. The other thing is that, let's say they do and they feel they're good at what they do, right? I think it's actually like, I don't mind, but I think it'll be beneficial if it were the case, because then, like, you know, you're also trying to get good and you both learn, you know. But this also depends on like your relationship you have with your sibling, right? Like, are you close, or do you normally are okay, or do you hate?
Do you just hate them?
Like hate them? Well, it's like yeah, but like for me, the only thing that I do relate with my brother most of the time is just generally memes and anime, because we both watch like most of the same anime. I think recently he's got into Jujutsu Kaisen. Before that, he just finished Love is War, so that's like
sick.
You know, he knows what's good.
That's good.
But he still watches like a lot of separate animes. Like he's watched My Hero Academia and I think
like kind of Blue Lock, yeah, like the big ones, the big ones right now.
I haven't seen that.
Blue Lock is good. You should watch it.
But I watched Attack on Titan. We both finished Food Wars. That was kind of hype.
Oh God.
yeah. We don't watch it together. Just
we watch it separately.
We both know it. The series is fire. But,
we share the recipes. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
Well, yeah. But in terms of us, like, you know, hobbies or interests, his is completely different
from yours.
Mine,
yeah.
right?
I think it's
like,
the same way for me too.
We both like, you know, skiing, or, you know, the same, similar, but like there's also like a lot of like big differences. Like he is a huge fan of like cooking.
Oh, yeah. Like, so Food Wars just melds itself.
No.
Nicely.
This is way before Food Wars. But he just right now, more recently, just this year. Food Wars, we liked it because it was a good show. But like,
it's just funny.
Yeah, he just likes cooking. He also loves like the go-kart kind of thing. You know, like
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like a big fan of. Like, it's enjoyable, but not something I would do long term because it's how dangerous it feels to me. So.
Yeah, but overall though, you wouldn't like want to you wouldn't want him to be like under your wing to some degree. Cause I had that with my brother a little bit. Like growing up, we did YouTube together ever since we were like 11, 12. We were doing YouTube videos. Eventually. He had his own channel, I had mine. We kind of went back and forth. And then I started doing editing. He wanted to do editing. He would get into it for like a day and then stop. I think it was because I might have overloaded him with information, because I was like at the point where I was doing AMVs like every fucking day.
For me, I don't. If anyone wants to like join me or something, I wouldn't mind. But I'll make sure like they learned it the way I did, and I'll give them like tips. Otherwise, it's fine. I have What will bother me is if they're doing it just because, like, sake of it. Like I think I said
Yeah.
this before, but I had like I have a cousin. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but I have a cousin who does like motion, he does
Yeah,
like
I
graphic
think you
design kind of
did on
thing.
the episode with Andy.
Yeah, but he doesn't really like, like his work doesn't really have any like liveliness to it because it's just more
It's
corporate
architecture, right?
stuff.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, and they ask, "Oh, do you have any personal projects?" Because some of his work is like, it looks some of the like renders I saw on his Behance, I was like, "Are these photos?" And he's like, "No, it's CGI," and it's pretty like impressive. Like, "Oh, it looks pretty good," because it looks
so
like it's
did he learn it for the sake of like architecture purposes?
as far as I know, I think he learned it just the sake of just to make have it as a career, but not really as like a passion kind of thing. So
Okay,
if
so
let's say for instance,
it wasn't like this overall dream of like I feel like we're similar where it's like this overall dream of CGI, VFX, motion design, like everything. Like we kind of have
basic,
like a desire for that, but he probably went into it like I want to make
exactly,
a
yeah. So
career. Architecture's a thing. They use CGI. Let me go into this
yeah, yeah. So
side of the
if
field.
I
Yeah.
had like a sibling who got into it in the sense that my cousin did, then I would have a problem. Otherwise, if they did it because they liked it, I don't, sure, why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll help you, but that's pretty much it. Because I wouldn't mind. I've had
It'd be
like
kind of fun.
friends who's like, oh, what if I wanted to get into Blender or something? Go ahead. I don't mind. But
Yeah.
like, just saying, like, but some of them, most of them don't actually like get into it. The only one
Yeah.
that I know that I know that actually like, but don't that really want to get into it and is trying to whenever he has the time is like one of my colleagues. So
Well, that's different. I mean, that's
yeah,
like
that's different. But he does mostly like graphic design illustrations,
yeah.
storyboard,
I mean,
stuff
like
like that.
I grew up with a lot of
But
people
yeah,
that
it's
did that wanted to do VFX, that wanted to essentially do what I did at the time, especially during high school and stuff. My brother was the same way. I think he just saw what I was doing and wanted to learn. Kind of realized it was hard, so he didn't do it. I had another friend, Nate, who stayed at my house for a while. I think you've seen him before. Oh, we were on a call once.
yeah.
Um, and he learned it, and he memorizes a lot of stuff from that time, which is good. I kind of like people like that, but there was always a lot of people that just kind of like it didn't like that wanted to learn it, but like I could just sense the drive was not there
No, I
to like
understand that,
fully
but
learn
like,
it.
let's say like to
There are
like
some people though. To be fair, there's
no,
one person in particular who's like a homegirl here. She's like doing stuff now for music videos and actually got into Blender, and she's doing like pretty like not unique, but like they're like good renders
well,
and
yeah, but I
learns.
think it really like depends, like, because like, I think this goes for like anything in general. Like, if you don't like this thing, then I would understand you wouldn't have the drive for it, right? Let's say, for example, I have one of my cousins. This is a different one. He is a huge like enthusiast of like just economics and business, right? So he really does his research, and he does it. He's good at doing that because because he likes doing it, right? So
Yeah,
if you enjoy doing like the artsy stuff, you're gonna be good at doing the artsy stuff because you really like put your you know thing into it.
you put all your eggs in that
But
basket.
and it's also good if if you think you don't like it, uh, with this art stuff. If you feel like you don't like it, then then you don't do it because if you do it, then it's going to be hell, especially as a career.
Yeah,
Like for me, like I had my experience with the whole like disastrous projects and all of that stuff.
yeah. I actually
Stuff.
I have a question.
But
Is
I
it
honest,
was it like a love for you at the like did you fall in love with it at the beginning, and do you think that's like when you should figure out if it's a career, like as soon as you start, do you and you love it,
I mean,
or should it be like a thing where like maybe you hate it at first but then you learn to love it, or is
no, I
it
think
should be a
it's
right at the
just when I
start?
straight up found out about it and then just realized, like, let me give it a shot, and I realized I could do it, and then improve upon that. I was like, yeah,
Mm,
I think there was not really like a stage where I started hating it. But
I
the
don't
only
hate it.
stage where I started hating it was later in the end, where I started working with like NFT projects and seeing like
Yeah.
this is pretty annoying. But I still like doing it, but I'm just like, I don't want to do this. And I was. It's more of like I could see why I could hate it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the subsectors of it. The NFT shit,
Yeah,
making
yeah.
title sequences, lit, making, it's like picking and
Commercials.
choosing. Commercials, really good. Title, yeah, like the stuff there's subsectors to it. Like I don't want to be like on. I personally don't want to be making some dude's intro 24/7. I would rather.
But for me, I would generally be okay with making just anything in general, even though it's outside. But just I think NFT specifically made me like see art as like a negative thing because of how
Yeah.
annoying and how much of a turn off it was, and also because I'm involved in these projects. Of course, I also hear about um,
Like how they do and
feedback.
stuff. Yeah, feedback.
Oh, like the feedback and stuff. Not my own, the NFT stuff. Because
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
have, for some of those projects I have no control over, even though I'm involved in it. So it's pretty. It was a bit of a turn off, and I think that's really what made me do the art stuff less than I used to now. Like, cause way back then I was a lot more motivated, and now, even right now, I just have problems trying to like start because of the. All goes all the way back to that project.
Yeah, but I mean, it feels more like you're on like a path where you're waiting for that next project to come in, and then once it comes in,
Yeah, yeah,
that's what gives you the motivation to start because it's like I have to. It's work. It's
yeah, yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's not so much. I mean, we're not going to talk about it, but the next project you're working on is like, you know, you're
Yeah,
working on.
that
I
one,
don't want to
yeah.
go into detail.
No, don't. But that one's a hard one to start because there's like,
Yeah,
again,
there's a
they
lot.
also, so a lot of the projects that I've done way back to the personal ones always have some sort of experiment,
It,
something new or experimental to it,
yeah, yeah,
right? So this one, which I won't say, has like I've showed you in a Discord, all those images, right? So
yeah,
those, for example, are like the new. Every project always has something like that. While the commissions and stuff always have something that I've done before. So
yeah. Because I mean, it. Yeah, your personal projects, you like to experiment, find that new thing, and kind of reamp the fun into it.
yeah, basically.
And then obviously from those you can take them and then put them into your
Yeah, but because of
client
the
work
the
later
whole
on.
like history that I've had with other projects, it's just made it a lot harder to actually like start it. Especially since it's always like trying to step out of my comfort zone, but just like it's more of like I don't want to do it. But
Yeah,
it gets like super easy once you're actually doing it, because then you have like the base out and or you're already doing it, so you know what steps to repeat. Like the Elden
yeah,
Ring one is just like, yeah, I got lighting, got my storyboard, just drop assets, lighting, tweak render settings, render, go to sleep, wake up, same thing. Do that for like 2 weeks straight. Because again, 2 weeks is just like maybe it takes like an hour or 20 minutes to actually get all the scenes render it out. I'm not sure that's going to be the case for the one I'm doing right now because
yeah,
I don't know. I have no idea what it's gonna look like. Actually look like in the final render because I haven't gotten any renders.
yeah.
But
You're at a pre-pro stage right now, so
yeah, I hate also pre-production. Also like the most. I hate that stage the most because of like.
you seem to be
There's,
loving it. I'm not gonna lie.
no, honestly, like
This
okay,
dude literally be texting me every single day about it. Half the
no, no,
time when
no,
he
but
finds
like
something new.
the the images I said, like I did enjoy making that, but like that's the only part that I did enjoy, but making storyboards and having to do like the mood board
I
research.
mean
I'm not
to
a fan of that at all.
I mean
So
to some degree it's just the creative aspect because you're creating something
yeah,
different
that's
and
true.
it's not
That
like a prefab thing.
yeah, yeah. But I think I just like preferred like to see the results straight away. But because I have to do the pre-production, I have to do this step first to make sure everything goes smoothly. I
Yeah.
haven't done the storyboard yet or anything, but I will be getting to that with Stable Diffusion um, sometime later. I just have to get all these assets prepared. I have to
Noise.
make. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was just like, I have assets, but I have to make more that I won't find online. So
Yeah.
and then I will actually be able to do something.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Once I start the project, I guess I can actually start talking about it and what it is I did for the past like few weeks.
yeah, I mean, there's no pressure. I'd rather you say it when you feel like saying it. Obviously we record these podcasts, by the way, like very like sparsely. Like it's April 4th right now. I did not upload a podcast today. We have missed 2 weeks now. That's fine. I can't. I literally.
Busy?
I am extremely busy. I'm actually like so busy to the point where I was stressed out that I had to record this because I was like, oh shit, like I only have like 3 days. I have 3 days.
I would have edited, but I wasn't here. I couldn't edit.
I also didn't send it to you, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, you didn't send it to me. I don't know when you send it to me. But yeah.
Yeah, I was just, bro, it's been so stressful. And I think I might have accidentally deleted an episode that didn't come out. It's fine.
Okay. Wow, okay. But, you know.
No, I say accident. I really don't know, because I remember clearing something out, and then I went to sleep that night, and I was like, wait a minute, did I delete?
Rename the files at least, or?
They're in order, based on how we record them. So I deleted the ones that we posted already. And then I think one of them I got mixed up on because we decided to reorder them with Andy's.
Do you delete the raw footage or the actual like video file?
The raw footage.
Okay, because like you know, I don't delete like.
I didn't. No, well, I didn't. No, I didn't even edit it yet. So I didn't. I just deleted the raw footage that we had.
No, because whenever I have a project, I just have all this like 50 gigabytes of raw footage. When it's done, I'm like delete everything. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I only delete everything right after everything is posted. The BTS is recorded, all of that stuff.
I have to at this point because my hard drive that has the Cyberpunk project is at like it has 50 gigs left, and I was like I have to record this on another hard drive because normally I record on the same hard drive, and it's like these things are like 40 gigs, or I forgot how many I said that there were. But
so yeah, the last episode you mentioned, by the time this episode is out, the Cyberpunk project is out.
since none of those episodes came out, I'm good.
Wait, don't put your mind in that sense. Like,
no, I mean it's coming out. Yeah, I changed it. I'm very close to being done.
It's like you know, I'm just because I've seen the clips. Because I am a VIP member, right?
Yeah, VIP member who gets that behind the scenes.
But like, yeah, it's pretty like because you know, if you watch the anime, it's especially more immersive when you watch the anime because it's like, oh yeah, I know this scene.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's completely different. Holy shit! So it's like
like the fight sequence, which is literally the end thing. I have about a minute, and I can finish in like the next couple days. Like I'm planning on like this is gonna be finished by the 7th. So I will have it uploaded by either the 7th or that Monday. The Monday.
That's good.
Coming out.
Well, you know.
It'll be out there, and this episode won't be out until that comes out.
Unless something really unfortunate happens, you know. You never know.
No, it won't. We'll be fine. I like straight up, like, when the 31st hit, I had this whole fight sequence that I did not make, and I was like... There's no way I'm finishing this. I was like, I'll just push it back a week. It'll be fine. And the only issue that I can see coming is sound design. But theoretically, if I post it on the Monday instead of the 7th, I can do it over the weekend. So I shouldn't have to worry about it. I just might have to miss the podcast 3 weeks in a row.
Are you gonna miss the podcast 3 weeks? I can still edit. I mean, I was gonna have like a client project, and then you know, as always, you don't come back to me. So.
It is kind of hard because the only podcasts we have are me talking about the end result of the. Oh wait, no, it would be fine because you would be posting on Tuesday next week. Yeah, you can. I can send you it.
You could just give me the clip that you want me to.
I got you. I'll send you the stuff you need. Well, honestly, I took out the whole intro idea, so it's literally just like we're talking about BTS stuff. We can go over this later. It's like half the podcasts are just us like debating on like this is like business strategy, guys. You're at the meeting of how we set these up. Oh,
bro,
God.
I swear, meetings. Oh my God, I'm not sure if you've been into like a meeting full of artists.
No, not a bunch of artists.
There were times, man. It's a bit embarrassing, right? There's like a meeting and it's just like I'm falling asleep, and then like. The client is still talking, or it's some project, especially like ones with like reading a script. Man, that's so dry, man. I don't know why I'm in there. I think I was in there because like, oh, NFT, you know, you might have a,
you might have some insight. What looks good?
What looks good because
you put a swirl here, you put a square here, put the monkey in the middle, man. Money, Bitcoin. Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Come on.
When I was there when they were reading the first draft of the script for like one of the episodes, and he brought me in there because he's like, "Oh, you're from the community that hates NFTs, right?" By the way, which is like that's not really valid because
Nah, you've talked about this one
yeah. I mean, community I come from, AMV, they don't really give a shit about, you know.
No, and I mean half of them fucking do NFTs. I remember some of them were like really trying to get me on it.
And some of them don't even know what it is. So it's like, hey, but it's whatever.
Well,
right?
it was like back in the day when it was like first
I
started.
understand because I mean I watch people who don't like it, like watch them, like not from that community. Like let's say like Asmongold or Moist Critical, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I will watch those. So they, I don't understand why they would hate it, but yeah, it was so dry, man. They were just reading the script, but every time I was just like, when I was like aware, like telling you, this line does not make sense, kind of, because they were still reviewing it. It's kind of cringe or whatever, and they didn't really listen because they wanted me to give feedback, but they didn't really listen to anything that I said. So there's really no point for me being there. So yeah, what are you wearing?
Oh, I was gonna put a beanie on, but I don't really want to. Man,
beanie.
I am. Guys, I'm a not vent actually. I was gonna vent for a second, but I'm just so tired, bro. I haven't slept at all today because I was like, I've been working, and then I was also watching Breaking Bad, so I just kept staying up.
If I watch Breaking Bad, that'll make me fall asleep because of how slow that.
I literally keep skipping through scenes that I'm bored of. I'm like bored of this conversation. I know what's happening. Blah blah blah. You're mad at him. Oh, he's gonna go to jail. Whoa. Oh my god, this dude got shot. Whoa. Okay. Oh, they're talking about something cool. Let's sit here and watch for 2 minutes. All right, skip.
But when I watched it, like I watched the whole thing, but for any episodes that were slow during the time, I was actually like, I don't know how many years ago, but I was just on my phone playing just some stuff, and then when something major happened, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? But for like, let's say like the last,
got shot. Oh shit.
I guess for like the last seasons, I actually like pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on season 3, like towards the end of it, and it started like kicking up to where like the headliner people are there. So it was like it's getting good now because the first 2 seasons honestly are super fucking slow.
Yeah, my mom was like, "Oh, you haven't seen Breaking Bad before? It's an amazing show." I watched the first 2 seasons and I'm like, "Where's the cool stuff?" And then she's like, "Keep watching." And then when they went to the 3rd, 4th, I don't know how many. Was it 5 seasons?
I think it's 5 or 6.
Yeah, 5, something like that. When the last couple seasons, right? And I'm like, "Oh, I see why people like it." But I much prefer like it's a good show. Definitely not.
It's too serious for me.
I think that's what I liked about it. Like, it was very serious, like, realistic. It was a bit...
You know what my problem was? Dude walks in the room. I already texted you this earlier, but dude walks in the room. He's like, where's the thing? Where's the thing? 2 minutes later, where's the thing? Where's the thing? 2 minutes later, oh my god, the thing's coming. Oh my god, this guy's coming. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then the thing happens. Bro, I don't need a 5-minute, like... sequence of him just walking around trying to find something and then like it's so I get it.
That's what the filler is, eh?
that's the filler. That's what I fucking skip through because I'm like a type of show that like takes that long. Like it's cool because I used to appreciate like long drawn out sequences of like the little minute details of the way someone would look around and like pick something up.
That was okay back then. Because I don't know, but right now because of social media, I guess people much prefer shorter content. So.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of it. I mean, also when it comes to like fucking anime and shit, like I can't watch Naruto because of the fucking flashbacks taking up half the episode. It's like I'd rather go to Jujutsu Kaisen where it's like, oh shit, things are happening at like each moment. It's well paced.
Honestly, like in terms of like how slow a show is or something like that. With anime, I don't really care.
I do.
Because the only thing that's hard for me is just really just starting it.
Bro, I've been watching so much. It's bad. I've been watching so many isekais and fantasies just to like turn my brain off at night. Because like after I'm done working and my brain's like completely fried, because I mean I get to that point, I'll like I'm like, anime, sick. When we put it on, the dude who got killed because he's a exorcist guy, and then he got reincarnated in another life as a campfire man, and he's sitting there roasting marshmallows with his dragon girlfriend. It's like, I don't know what the show is, but I'm watching it, and it's here, and, you know, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, and I want to...
Sometimes those ridiculous shows are kind of like fire, you know? Like,
they hit, but I noticed...
Like the titles is like so absurd.
It is.
If the show itself, the plot is like, it's what the title says.
Is literally show, you know? Yeah. Like, no, there are some, but I have noticed, because I always heard the thing that all isekais are the same, all fantasies are the same, and then I was like, okay, like I know this, and then I'm watching like a shit ton now, and I'm like, oh, they really are, like, half of these characters that look exactly similar are still named similar. I'm like, if I have to find somebody named fucking Emmy in like the vast amount of anime, it's so stupid. It's so dumb.
It's like, yeah, it's like there's this one show. It's like still my favorite slice of life. It's like, I didn't know what to expect, you know. But the scenes from what I saw on like Instagram or YouTube, they looked interesting, so I gave it a shot.
Yeah.
It was called Kobayashi's Maid Dragon.
I watched that, like, but that one's good. That one's good.
That one's fun. I was like watching. I'm like, what is this title? And then like I watched the series, and I'm like, damn. I want more. Give me more, please.
Yeah. I mean, there's like the notoriety to it, but there are a lot that I'm just like, that are new specifically, because I've been going literally just on Crunchyroll popular and looking at like the popular anime, and if I see isekai, I'm like, I can shut off my brain today, and I did that. Like, I just recently finished like Ice Blade Sorcerer is gonna rule the world or something like that.
I guess for isekai, I don't really shut off my brain. Maybe that's because of the shows that I've watched. For example,
well, I have to read subtitles, so.
Like, yeah, no, but like, you know, ReZero, that made my.
I didn't watch that yet.
Like, I mean.
I don't have the attention span to do it.
I can see why people like it, but I don't think it's the kind of show you'd watch to shut your brain off, but rather turn it on because of how like heavy it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's some shows like that, but a lot of shows aren't that deep. They're not that deep.
Like ReZero is a good, like, it's a good show, but I watch.
You're just watching good anime.
More like, sorry.
You're just watching good anime. That's it.
Yeah,
You're picking the good ones. I'm picking the trash. All right. I picked up Domestic Girlfriend. Dropped that after an episode because I realized how fucked up that was, and I was like, I'm good. Rent a Girlfriend. I'm out.
No, that one was so. I mean, I think I watched like a few episodes, but then it's one of those shows where the main character is just pretty annoying.
No, sometimes the main character's annoying, and then also like just the general premise, like, you know, Domestic Girlfriend.
I've heard of it. I've seen scenes of it.
It's not really like. Do you know what it's about?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a synopsis, and you'll understand why I dropped this so quick. The guy, first episode gets laid. The girl that he got laid with ends up becoming his stepsister, but at the same time, he had this large crush with his teacher, right? And the teacher's kind of like flirty with him, and apparently the teacher's that girl's sister, and then she becomes stepsisters, and they're both getting into relationships throughout the whole show. And they're like butting heads, like, oh, I want to date this sister, but I also want to date this sister.
Is it a harem or?
No, it's just the two sisters, and they're fighting over the love, and it's so fucked up.
So it's not even a harem. It's just two girls fighting over like the same guy or something.
Yeah, but they're step siblings. They turn into step siblings after. Like, one of them, they already fucked, and then they find out later, oh, we're now step siblings. It's like, oh, well, that's awkward. Oh, the teacher that I had a crush on is also your sister. That's fucked up. Oh, and now she's naked in my. Oh, it's like, okay, I can't deal with this, man. Just make a normal show.
Fair enough.
Fucking degen. Oh God, everyone's generous. I'm kidding. No, but those are very minute examples. We're going on a tirade about anime now. My brain is so rotted, man.
It's kind of like I don't know. It kind of sounds like because harem shows are again like another one that I'm not a big fan of.
Harem suck.
Okay, but it's just like it's like really, I don't know.
I don't watch harems. The Ice Blade thing that I just watched, which is like one of the most popular ones out on Crunchyroll right now, is literally a harem. but it's so funny.
No,
It's so funny.
I'll mainly just watch like the romance, drama, slice of life, and the action stuff, like the mainstream
Yeah.
stuff. But like, I don't know. Like the thing is with harem is just like it's like a I don't know. Like it can be a bit like bro, really like
Yeah.
come on.
I mean,
Especially sometimes the plot is like the only one that I do consider is like really like entertaining. Was quintessential quintuplets.
I have not watched that.
Like,
I wanted to watch it. Is
that
it
one's
funny?
pretty decent. It's there are like funny moments in it. It's entertaining. It has a good plot.
Okay.
I'd say. You know, it's not absurd like Rental Girlfriend, which oh my god, I hate that. I hate like the main.
I hate it.
The MC. I couldn't get myself to watch it.
I hate the main MC, and I also hate his ex-girlfriend chick with the blonde hair.
Oh,
she pisses me off so much.
Annoying, bro.
She pisses me off so much.
Yeah. I don't like watching a show where there's this character that I hate just seeing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know that it's important to have hateable characters.
But not that
like,
hateable.
I don't want
to watch a show feeling angry. All right.
Exactly. I don't like a bad like it's like there's a difference I guess with like an evil villain character.
Yeah.
You know, everyone wants to lose, but then there's also the character that like everyone just straight up just don't likes, you know.
Yeah.
And,
if because you go in with genuine like hate and disgust into the show, whereas like a villain, you're like, oh, maybe I feel a little bit maybe they write him to be a little bit more sympathetic, or he's like maybe super one-dimensional. He's not really like, he gets owned pretty quickly. He's not like a long, I don't know.
Yeah, but they are. I'm not saying that, you know, like sometimes a hateable character is a good thing, you know. Like there are some characters that are like good characters that you are meant to hate, you know. Like he plays a good character that you don't like. But
I think it's a personal thing for me.
There's just ones that are just like a turn off to even like look at, to watch. You're like, oh my god, I don't want to skip, you know.
Yeah.
You know, there are some. There was this one in Maze Runner. I forgot his name, but he plays.
I don't remember hating any characters in Maze Runner.
Oh, yeah, I do. But there is this one who plays Adam Warlock now. He has like the hella fleek eyebrows kind of thing. But he is like he's sort of like, he's a hateable character, but he's like a good hateable character. You know? Like,
yeah.
He's good at what he does, and I don't mind him, you know. Versus someone like in like fucking like Rental Girlfriend, that bitch of a ex, you know. That's like,
yeah,
get off. Yeah,
just leave them alone, man.
Just leave them alone, exactly, bro. But like, what's more annoying about that show was the main character. You know, I hated him a lot more than that bitch.
He's just pathetic. But in terms of genuine hate, because I can't go into a show and it's just personal feelings where I don't want to go in feeling angry anytime I see a character. Yeah. I want to relax and I want to feel entertained and feel intrigued. It may be a slight annoyance, but then it gets cut off quick because that kid's all, he's the guy that's like, oh, you piece of shit, I hate you so much, I'm gonna kill you, and then he gets one tapped. It's like, okay, I can mind that.
I don't mind like being annoyed or having like a little bit of uncomfortableness, but like, you know, it should like be
that's how
not overpower like the actual like good stuff of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but a lot of shows do that, especially when it's focused on character
even with the shows that I like watching, there are times or characters that, you know, like this irks me a bit, but it's not like overlooked because of like the whole good like overall, you know, show. You know, like there'll be elements of like Love Is War, Kobayashi's Maid Wagon, or all these other shows that I wouldn't like, but the show in general is just so good, like that doesn't really matter as much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so. Yeah.
I mean, animation can push you to a different level of caring about a show. At least as far as I've noticed, because like I finished watching a couple of shows where the animation was so mid, but I was like,
there was one show which I really wish had amazing animation, because it's like the story is funny. There's The Way of the House Husband, if you know what.
Oh yeah, I know what it is, but I hated the animation because it did nothing.
Yeah, the animation was really just basically like still frames, but like it was I wish there was more to it, because
I was hyped initially on the like release. I was like, "Oh, this looks sick!" And then I see the animation, and I'm like, "So they don't move."
Yeah, but
What's the point of an anime? I just read like what's those audiobooks? I just basically read an audiobook.
You might as well like read the manga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really wish I had like, cause it was about like a former mafia boss who turned into literally a house husband.
Yeah.
That's like the whole like title, right? So he became a house husband, and it became like all like hilarious. He's like doing this yoga, and he's like, "Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!"
Except he's not going, "Hoo-ah." He's just going, "Hoo-ah," and then it cuts, "Hoo-ah."
And then he's just like super intense with like just little things like you do in the like washing your clothes or.
Yeah, I wish they actually animated that thing like. Animated it. I know it's a style because they've done it in other anime, and I think it's particular to the studio that did it, but I hate it so much because it feels like you know who could make those manga editors. They could do it.
Yeah, I guess, but I think I think that's the only reason why I would rate it low is just the animation, because I normally don't really care too much about how animation, like I don't have like any like high standards,
I do, yeah,
whatever.
but
I don't care if the story is good. The story is good, but it's just that it was like the house husband's animation was just so terrible. It just couldn't help but like
it was all right. So. I gotta be real. The art was amazing, but the animation was just ass.
No, the art was good, but just the animation is like, I mean, it's like, what animation? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like literally what animation? Because this leads me, because you mentioned CGI. I just recently finished watching Trigun, the new Trigun, Stampede, where it's all CG, but it is so good. It's so fucking good.
I'm actually like a fan of like CG only animes, like Land of the Lustrous. Like the anime was pretty sick. There was Batman Ninja, which is pretty cool as well.
I feel like I've seen that. I feel like I've seen a clip of it.
But it's just toon shaded animation basically.
Yeah, but like it's not even just the toon shading. They did basically everything that I would have appreciated an anime doing when it comes to doing a full CG thing, which was like really being meticulous about how characters move and not doing like an A/B pose and relying on interpolation. They like really had like movements, things flowing. The effects animation was secondary movements and all that. It was so good, man. You gotta watch it because it's only 13 episodes. It's apparently a remake of the original Trigun, so you can watch this and be fine and not have to watch the other one.
Yeah, I mean, like I have like my cousin, my like two colleagues, because there's like apparently like another one.
Yeah.
And then like other friends who keeps recommending me anime, so I don't really take into like note down what it is they are recommending me most of the time, unless it's something that fits into the category that I am watching. But
I mean, I think you would be interested in this on the just the sheer fact of 3D.
No, but because I guess it's called Trigun, right? Because the other thing is that I have like
you've seen clips of it on Instagram.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You know the
other shows that I have to.
Have you seen the clip where it's like a dude in a red jacket and he has blonde hair and he shoots a gun in the air and he shoots like a rock and it blows up a bunch of missiles?
No.
All right, that's like a popular clip that keeps going on. Never mind.
That sounds like fate. I don't know why.
It's just animated so well. It reminds me of the Goop guys, Goop Blender guys that do the anime on YouTube. They do like anime Blender stuff on YouTube, and they made their own version of Blender to do it. Outside of the fact it looks similar style-wise, but better because they have like actual budget to it.
Oh, speaking of Blender, have you seen Ian Hubert's new Dynamo episode?
He made a new one?
He made a second one.
When?
It's shorter. It's for 15, like a few days ago. It looks pretty good. It's actually like.
How long did he spend on this one?
It's pretty what?
How long did he spend on it?
I don't know, but definitely a shorter time because the first episode was like 30-40 minutes long. This one is like 15 minutes long. But it was pretty interesting. Again, as always, the CGI is like pretty good.
You can spoil the story because I honestly could care less about the story. Love Ian Hubert, but I don't care. I cared about the the technology and the
Yeah,
fact that a lot of it was
CGI
just
is good,
him.
but honestly, the story is very abstract, right? So,
Yeah.
so the second episode's also abstract. Uh, Basically, there's this guy in his spaceship, and he's doing some research. And then in the middle of his research is a black hole. He's running from the black hole,
Is the
and then
black
he
hole look
escapes.
cool? That's what I'm interested in.
Um, Honestly, nah. Like
Nah,
it's not really
you
like the best one.
it's not the
It's
best.
really just like a black, like a giant black circle. I did like some weird distortion. It's not like the interstellar thing that you'd expect, but the sequence was pretty cool. Like the effects, like the spaceship sequence that it was going. You can
Yeah, I'll watch it after
watch
this.
it. It's still worth watching just for like the CGI and everything like that, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't see that, because this is like a space one, not like in an urban city area kind of thing like in the previous episode, and it looked kind of sick.
I mean,
the
I
concept.
I gotta bring back Trigon for 2 seconds. It is a sci-fi like space sort of thing, so I think you'll like
Man,
it.
you have me hooked.
Yeah, it's sci-fi. It's like Mad Max a
And
bit
CG.
because it's like Mad Max, sci-fi, aliens,
Trigon what?
laser, Trigun Stampede.
Stampede, man.
It's so good,
I'll
man.
watch it.
It's
if I
13
get into
episodes.
anime,
It's
because I have
it's like
so many shows here. Like there's Classroom of the Elite that I heard was.
I think you'll
pretty
be hooked
good.
after the first episode. Classroom Elite
There's-
will take you a little bit to actually no. The first season's super good. I think you'll
No.
get into that pretty fast.
Yeah, the thing is that I want to get into it, but like,
That show also stresses me out, so it's hard to watch.
but it looks. I think it's a show that.
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
so
If I
good.
don't-
It's
if
so
I don't
good.
like it in the I just follow the 3 episode rule. Like if you don't like it in the first 3,
No,
just
you
drop
will.
it.
You will. Trust. Like that
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
That show hooked me. Like first episode, I was like,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
in.
everyone said it was a very good show, so I don't even like my colleagues and anyone else just watched it. So I'm like, yeah, why not?
It's cringy if it was based in real life, though. That's all I'm saying. if you
Well,
if you saw these characters in real life,
okay,
you
okay,
would be like, nah.
Listen, look, if you look at
he's
yeah,
like
most
Giga
anime-
Braid.
If you
Fake
look at
Giga
most
Braid.
animes, right? Like, don't you think it would be cringe if you saw Food Wars IRL and they're just screaming? "Whoa!"
Oh my god, this cleanses my palate and gives me so many like hints of
Soy
flavor.
sauce.
The soy sauce. Woo! Just all the clothes rip off.
Get out of my- No, I think that would be hella cringe, honestly.
It would
Especially,
be,
like,
it
if you
would
look at
be.
the romance ones, it's hella absurd, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Kakegurui, the anime is amazing.
I never watched that.
But if you looked at, there's a live action one as well.
Ew.
That looks hella cringe, honestly. The reaction, you're like, whoa, it's not.
I recently, because I was just looking at Instagram stuff, and I didn't know that they had it, but there's a live action of what's that? Parasite. You know Parasite?
Parasite.
With the hand thing.
I know there's a movie called Parasite.
Not that movie. It's an anime called Parasite where
No, I don't know.
like an alien creature goes into this guy's hand, and then his hand turns into like a mutant zombie thing. But there was CGI that I saw of like people's heads being like ripped open and turned into like aliens. I was like, ooh, CGI kind of look cool. I don't know about the story.
No, I haven't heard
Besides
of
the
it.
point. No, well, that one's another one you should watch, but besides the point, it's old.
I heard the Parasite movie, like the one that everyone knows.
It's
about.
completely different. It is completely different. That's not.
Have you
That's
seen
it's,
it?
it's
I
yeah. I have.
haven't-
It's a different show or
I have
movie.
not seen it. I have not seen it or anything. I wanted to watch it, but I don't. I'm like, again, there's like a lot of other. Shit.
It's not like it doesn't feel like a horror movie, but it's supposed to be. It's weird.
Oh,
It's a
you
weird
know-
show. Like having like a family basically like hide themselves in some dude's
Yeah,
house.
Okay,
weird.
just don't spoil it because I still do plan to.
That's just the concept of the movie. That's not spoiling. That's like from start to finish. That's what it is.
Oh, what the hell? All right. Well, the movie that I did watch recently is 007 No Time to Die. That was a pretty like decent movie.
I never watched it. I have
was
not
pretty
been
good.
into real life stuff.
They had like a scene where you know the iconic James Bond walking and then
No.
barrel, right? And then
Oh yeah.
yeah. There's one scene where he did that, And then like it wasn't a barrel, it was like a tunnel shape of a circle. James Bond is just walking. Someone is trying to shoot him, and it goes like pew pew, and then the music goes there.
Does the blood go on the screen?
Yeah. So and then like no, not the blood, but it was like the same exact thing without the blood, and not like the barrel. And it's like
It's
I'm
not
like,
real.
this is cinema, bro. This is cinema right here, bro. It's like
No, what they should have done is get a camera, put like a barrel looking thing in front of it so it like created the hole, and then moved it around like it was like a person holding a gun waving it and then lining it up center.
But I think that would be a bit cliche. That's what they had, like, again, the tunnel or like they had like a
Mid fight, where there's a bunch of dynamic camera moves, and then you whip to that shot, and then he dies, and then the blood.
The thing is that
the blood doesn't need to be there.
James Bond, he was the only one there, so there was not really.
It's not James
anyone
Bond.
else to shoot.
That's not James Bond, is it? Is James Bond 007?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm stupid. Don't worry about that.
Who else was it?
I don't know. I thought there was three. I thought there was three things. I thought there was James Bond, 007, and then Hitman.
No, 007 is James Bond. Hitman is completely separate.
I know Hitman's separate.
Hitman is what? 147, 0140. What's?
He just has a barcode.
No, but he has a number. What is Hitman's?
Motherfucker's Agent 0 in that shit.
47. Agent 47.
Agent 47, yes.
Hitman is Agent 47. James Bond is 007. It's the same thing. So.
Yeah, it is the same thing. I remember when they made the first live-action Hitman movie. I was so hyped because I love the game.
Did you? I haven't played. I've played the mobile game only. But have you watched the movie?
Which one?
Hitman.
Yeah, the original one. The original one that came out like a 2010 type shit. Like basically back in like YouTube days when Freddie W was making them.
Oh shit! Was it good or?
Yeah, I mean it was good, but I was a kid, so I don't know how it holds up. It was just hype because I loved the game, and I loved because it came right after like Freddie W doing a bunch of Hitman stuff.
It's like
so
Assassin's Creed. I think Assassin's Creed was super cool, but if you watch it now, it's like
Assassin's Creed.
The movie, yeah.
There was a movie.
Yes, there was a movie.
I'm not watching that.
Why? No, it's not bad, but you know, it's not like amazing or like big storytelling. It's still a good movie, and
Wait.
it's still about like.
Would you get into One Piece?
No.
No. Would you get into the real life one that's coming out on Netflix?
Yeah.
It's basically like a quicker version of the story,
See,
but in real
probably
life
not.
with
See,
better
the thing
CGI.
is, when it comes to anime making things live action, 90% of the time, it's like.
This one has been hyped up so much that even Oda, the guy who made the goddamn thing, said it was good.
I always. Anything that gets hyped up too much.
Yeah, I get scared.
Always ends up being the worst, like becoming the biggest disappointment.
Yeah, because that happened. That scared me with Chainsaw Man because initially the first episode came out and I was like, the CGI looks a little iffy. I mean, it's good, but it was a little iffy, and I was like, oh no, it ruined.
See, that's the thing with like Chainsaw Man. People kept like hyping it up, and I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna really give a shit until people actually say it's good after watching it. You know, they're like, oh my god, the trailer looks so good or something like that, and like, I mean, I heard it's good, so that's a good thing.
It is so good.
Most of the time, whenever they hype something, especially with like video games, it's like you're you know overdoing it. Especially like Cyberpunk, it's like, oh my god, this looks so cool or whatever, and then I'm like, I just knew from the beginning like it's just gonna be a disaster because why are people like?
Yeah, I was never hyped.
They haven't even like they haven't even played the game yet.
Yeah.
Now, an opposite of that, there is Counter-Strike Source 2. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, but it's literally the same game. It's just
it's the same game, but
better
they kept
mechanics.
quiet about it. And then when they actually released it, then people said, "Oh, this is super cool." That's like, I'm okay with that, you know. That I want to understand because they kept it quiet. Because people are just always loud. They're just like, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, they're like me. They said like, "Hey man, I'm working on this thing, and I just started on the motherfucker," and then you gotta wait till the end result.
Yeah, so remember when No Man's Sky was going to be first released and this whole disaster came out? Like, oh, it's not really multiplayer. Now, they straight up just don't say anything, and just release the sickest update after update. You know, and that's their style, right? So like I think it was Sean, developer of No Man's Sky. I think it was Sean. Sean Murray, right? Every time he's about to release an update, he only tweets one emoji on Twitter, right? That's all he says, and then the whole community, No Man's Sky community, is like, "Oh shit, update," or something like that, and then they have like some sick update.
It's a robot emoji. Yo, there's gonna be robots tonight.
It's like a building. Like, oh, what's the update? And then we have introduced 17 new features, and we have several bug fixes, all of that stuff. Here you can have like a whole settlement. Here you can have like a whole fleet with you. Here's some more robot pets and all of that stuff, and they just features. You know, it's and it's better than just like EA. You know, just hyping everything and then just utter disappointment. So it's like I prefer if it's kept quiet, like, and then you release it. You know.
I gotta
like
ask.
Avatar, it was all quiet, until like the last year, and then they released it.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
I mean now, but they're not technically quiet now because now we know there's 2 other movies coming out. So they're
Yeah. But like, no, but they won't like keep repeating themselves. Yeah, this is gonna be the thing. This is gonna be the thing. This. You know.
Do you? Alright, I actually got a question about that Avatar specifically. Do you think they're gonna try and one up each movie, or do you think it's gonna be impossible at some point?
I mean, I think it's definitely possible to like make it better. It's
How?
just it's not really based on like the CGI, but more on the story itself.
Oh.
It's a story for like.
I meant on the CGI because the story is fucking mid.
Yeah, I mean the CGI. I'm not sure. How. It's pretty much photoreal. What else you wanna do from that? I guess it's more. Okay. I guess it's more on the actual like design of things that'll make it look, you know, a step over the other. Because the next one is like the Fire Nation, right? So what if they have some interesting, unique, original architecture or big buildings or, you know, tech like.
I guess that means they're gonna have to, because it felt like with each movie, especially with Way of the Water, they had to work a lot on like water simulations and making water look good. Maybe they'll switch to doing like fire sims, and it's like it feels like Wet is like experiment ground. Like they just get to be let's learn.
Basically, it's more on like the difference with graphics and design, right? They're 2 different things. Like even though they are intertwined with each other, but graphics is just like the look. You do the technical stuff, the quality, and the design is actually like the idea, the concept of how it looks. All of that.
I don't know if the design is going to be like that heavy of a change, to be honest.
But let's see, the most major part is the actual story, the plot, right? So
I feel like it's still going to be mid. I don't think it's gonna be
mid. Then it's gonna be mid, but I will still watch it just for the CGI because it looks cool.
I didn't even watch the second one. I saw clips and I was like, "Oh, I got the gist of it. I don't need to watch the whole thing."
It's like what you call eye candy, was it?
Yeah. I mean, it's just eye candy.
It's basically eye candy, you know. But would I watch Avatar 2 again?
No.
Maybe not.
I didn't even watch the first one again. Actually, I might have watched it twice.
A movie I would watch again would be based on like story or show. Like House of Cards.
It had to be both.
I'm watching third time watching it. House of Cards. You know, Top Gun Maverick. I watched it like 2 times. I think I would watch it a 3rd time.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Amazing.
I think
the Mission Impossible series is like that's super good as well. So Narcos. I watched it twice, 3 times. I don't know. Narcos is pretty good.
I think the only thing they can really do, I mean, you were talking about story and I guess design, which is like a whole different genre, but it's that at that point it's subjective and you can't really level up past that. And I really meant more just CGI techniques and like things like that. And I guess the only thing they could really do is maybe level up their fire game to like make like real fire basically.
The thing is with CGI is that it's pretty much just photorealistic. What else is there to?
Yeah, there's nothing else unless like they need to level up the Sims.
The only thing they're focusing on is actually straight up telling a story. You know, everything else.
I don't know if they're focusing on it.
yeah.
Motherfucker was like, "Hey man, let's bring the Fire Nation in, and then let's bring the Earth King." Oh wait, no, we already did the Earth Kingdom. What's the next one after that? Is it Wind? No. They did Earth. The first one's Earth.
First, like a tree, right? Forest people. Second
water, fire, and then what's the other one? Wind?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
I think it might be wind or space.
Maybe they have wings, you know. That would be sick,
Air.
actually. But like,
yeah.
But like, yeah,
I don't know if it would look good
the
though.
CGI is pretty much just photorealistic, right? I guess the only thing left is, I don't know, just that improve more on that, make it real time, more settings, more accessible.
Yeah, I guess because it genuinely just feels like just the studio who's making the effects studio, like Weta. Like, it feels like their playground to experiment on new technologies and develop
so
new
it's
things.
really just like, because at this point, with the tools that we have right now, anyone can like legit make anything.
Yeah.
It really just depends on like the technique and how they do it. Because not really, there's no barriers. The only barrier is really just like
Knowledge.
like hard
Knowledge.
but there's also like hardware. Like for example, Blender not being able to handle like a bajillion trees or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but really, like you can really make anything. Even that Blender can't handle a bajillion trees. You also have hundreds of other ways to do it, like compositing or plates or all of that stuff. So that's an example. So yeah, I mean, there's that. But for me, I don't know what's going to be next level. I think the only thing left is actually making games look photorealistic.
True. Imagine they make the whole thing in like Unreal and it's like photoreal.
Imagine like a.
You get to play it after.
Imagine like a photorealistic, like PUBG or something like that, or like some kind of shooter game, and it looks real and everything like that. I think if the closest
it's
thing would
already
be like
getting there.
the Forza racing games. Because they look pretty real on its own,
I mean, have you seen like some of the tech demo games of Unreal where it's just like a forest scene and you walk around it?
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty good.
So with Forza, right, all their assets are pretty much photo scanned and edited as well. But like even the cars are photo scanned. Like they scan the cars and they just put the model up there. It looks pretty much.
I saw some change too with like materials in terms of like sub materials in Unreal, so you can get like the iridescent like pearly kind of things, car paint sort of thing. I saw some tech demo or some thing on updates. I don't remember.
Grayscale Gorilla for Cinema 4D has those materials as presets, so I don't just for the materials I don't want to know the node system. They have a lot of complicated nodes.
No, I think it just goes. Like, some of it goes a little bit deeper, but it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, I guess it just really the next step is pretty much just improving on that, make it more real time in performance.
Yeah.
Because you can achieve anything really,
Yeah.
And I guess it's also like, for example, like Embergen, right? Like it's there, but I think the only thing left is to make it look more realistic, like scientifically.
Yeah, up the fucking fidelity, bro. Up that shit.
Up the fidelity, make it.
Please. Oh my god.
At least they're updating it, At least all these programs are being updated all the time, Unlike certain like softwares like Maya, Max.
Yeah, true.
I have no idea. Yeah, there's Blender which doesn't slow down. It's so overwhelming now. It got to a point where it's like my first time using Blender. It's like, what are all these buttons? When did this come in? So yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if there's anything else to show apart from like real time stuff.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, real time definitely seems like the next step.
Yeah, I want like real time granular liquid, like actual like real time stuff.
You just real time sims in general.
Just real time sims and like rendered and everything, all materials, all of that in this like a file format. Just put that there.
First step for Blender, real time sims. That's all I need. Real time sims, and I'm good. I can deal with maybe a longer render time. Just give me real-time sims and I'm happy. And then focus on first, you know what? I'm going to talk about Blender. Blender, I'm talking to you. And then we're going to end this episode because we're going to wrap up. Yeah. Blender, you got to fix the polygon count thing. That shit needs to be way higher. I don't understand what the problem is. Fix that shit first. Then do simulations. Make them real-time. They should be. There are softwares out there that can do it. I don't know why we can't just integrate the code, GPU acceleration, all that. Do it. Do that, and then real-time cycles. I don't know. Like, something fast. make the rendering fast.
just to clarify, we're not software developers.
We're not, but do the thing that I tell you to do.
But
please.
That's the only problem I have with Blender, just that can't handle like these actual like large scenes, like Cinema 4D can.
Yeah, it's a problem for me mainly.
4D over Blender. I don't know. I'm still thinking, should I use Blender? Because there's all these sick add-ons and all these cool stuff, and it's pretty easy to use. But like C4D can like big C, big C.
I mean, I'm almost happy that I get to be like almost done with my Cyberpunk project, because I know after I'm gonna be like going pretty heavy in like integrating Unreal into like my workflow.
Oh hell yeah!
So I can actually like add full environments, full cities, also have characters animated, simulated with clothes and hair, because Unreal has real-time simulations. I don't know why I don't get it. Whatever. I mean, Epic Games has a lot of budget. It makes sense a little bit. But they have real-time everything, so I kind of want to utilize that a little bit more and make stuff in Blender. Like, Blender, I kind of want to switch to straight up like modeling, animation, and maybe camera animation, and then I want to transfer that over to transfer that data over to Unreal and render it out through there, because their path tracer is also elite.
I'm thinking like if I want to get into Unreal Engine sometime, but the thing is that
building environments is so easy in there. That's why I kind of want to.
That's the thing, right? And it's also real time. But the only issue that I have is actually like,
is it learning?
I guess converting my brain from C4D and Blender to Unreal, because it has like a different kind of system, because it's a game engine, right? It's not.
Yeah.
For that. But I think I just have to do it a lot more before I can actually.
I mean, it's understandable. The one problem I have with it is how they do materials. Like, I appreciate how Blender sets up its materials.
I'm like, I probably might stay, because I can just render here, right?
Yeah.
Render here or use a render farm or Blender. But the thing is, with Unreal Engine, it can handle pretty much like infinite detail, until like there's some kind of deforming animated stuff, because there's lots of like stuff that's not as straightforward.
One of the biggest this is like a technique that I was thinking about doing, because it might save me some time, was have the environment built in Blender, have a character animated. Have an environment made in Unreal, create a character and animation inside of Blender with the camera animation in Blender, somehow transfer the camera data into Unreal, so then that way I can render the environment in Unreal and then render the characters separate in Blender, and then just do some compositing tricks to it to make it look a little stylized for some like NPR type of thing.
I'll just try to do as much as I can only on Unreal itself, just so I understand how to use the program.
I mean, that's understandable. I think maybe for like tests I might do that, because I need to understand how to import characters and all that. I haven't learned that. Dark here. It is getting dark. We do got to wrap up this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Fun chat, a lot of things. My video's out. Go check that out, please.
If it is out,
no, it's definitely out by the 7th. It's going to be out by Monday, so 7, 8, 9, 10, the 10th. I think. The 10th is Monday, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is Monday.
Okay, yeah. So it'll be out by then. I posted on Instagram that it was going to be out the 7th, but that's when I'm going to finish it. So, play on words here. Go check that out, please. I worked not hard enough on it, I will be honest. But I worked hard, so please go watch it. Also, go check out Skillshare. 30% off your first month, and if you sign up for a free trial, it also helps us out. We get some things from that, so if you don't like it, just cancel it. It supports us. Do it, please. Also, get Dubby. I just finished mine, so I can't. Oh fuck. I finished this, but go get it. 10% off your first purchase, any order, using the code JRB, and use the link in the description for Skillshare, third-party podcast. And yeah, I'm your host, Josh, here with Alex.
Yep.
That's it. Peace out, guys.
Yay.
Yay.